All my life I could feel an insistent gnawing in the back of my mind. It was a yearning, a thirst for discovery that could be neither numbed nor sated.
Alright, I think we want to level the prayers now. We have some guys who have
A little hope,
prayer locked
however
in.
desperate, is never without worth.
Okay. Let's go have a look at people. Speed is quite good on occultists. That's something I'm somewhat interested in. Let's look at the wagon. Junk. Somebody decided they'd pray again. Okay. Alright, so he's locked himself in there. It's annoying. Alright, what's available? The Hellion item, which sucks. Lock of Fury. Abomination only. 10% damage, 3 speed, minus 10% max HP. It's kind of interesting. I wouldn't mind that. There's the Martyr's Seal. That's the Fulminating Prophet. Again. Except he's slightly bigger, and this is the Elder's Killing one. Yeah. Okay, our guys. Veteran level 3, Apprentice level 1. We're probably going to run that level 1. Perhaps in the Wield level 1 could work too. Let's go ahead and take a look at our Blacksmith. Keep getting this up if we can. Yeah, we definitely need deeds, so that's something to think about. We need to get our guys leveled. We have a lot of 1s still. We need to get them out of the 1 zone as soon as possible. Tez is pretty stressed right now. Why is Tez so stressed? Is he the one who was on that last mission? I can't remember which Houndmaster I had. Let's actually take a look by stress. I think it was Tomulus on that last mission. Alright, let's do a quick run through of our traits. We're looking for ones I want to lock in. Can't do this guy because he's busy. I like quick draw. I don't know if it's worth locking in though. Hounds are reasonably fast. Would like to get rid of Rune's Phobe. And Warren's Phobe. These don't really matter. Those don't matter. Hard skinned is pretty good. Who is this? Yeah. Really need to get rid of Thanatopia. Balanced is pretty good on a Vestal. We should. Oh man, they're just gonna cost so much to lock in skills at level 5 though. Not sure I care. Or level 4. These are pretty shit. We need to get rid of Fragile on Eilers. The rest don't matter. Minus 10% stress damage. I might consider locking that in. We haven't had very good rolls in terms of the melee damage skills. We just don't seem to be getting a lot of them. So I should be tracking this so I don't have to go through this list like 6 times in a row. 2 seconds, I grab a piece of paper. Right back. Alright, so Eilers would be 1. And let's just go back quickly and find the other one. Eilers was Fragile. And Winnie was 1. And we were thinking of doing hard skinned. Okay. Those don't matter. Those don't matter. Those really don't matter either. Hider would like to get rid of slow reflexes. I know some of my guys have diseases. Go, thanks. There are other diseases I don't care about, or I haven't got around to. Like Winnie's disease, I actually do care about. And I want to get rid of it at some point, but not hugely. Holy fuck, Victor. Gotta get rid of these. Might need to get rid of Victor. He's only level 1. Yips and Calm, both are bad. Alright. Steady's good here. We have light on matter. I think we're going to be spending a little bit on these the next little bit. Dipsomania on sensories. Any positive buffs we'd like to see here? 10% damage and melee skills would be good if we ever use these guys for that type of thing, but we really don't. Falcon could maybe use Precise Striker, maybe. We're all the way around. Okay, so let's get rid of. Let's figure out who we're bringing on this mission, and then we'll sort out what we're gonna do. Otherwise, I think I would like to continue leveling the Weald and the Cove and run some level 0 or level 1 missions here. I can't run that. It's not a level 0 mission. That's a no camping mission, level 3 mission. It's got to be Cove again. And I want to keep running the low level guys in here. The other thing is, did we have another Jinnit right now? Didn't have another Jester. Might have to pay to get that Jester debuffed or undebuffed because those buffs right now are terrible. Alright, and I wanted to run the A-Bomb group, which is actually the Jester group. This is probably get locked in though. Apparently I can run another marking group. But we're about to run out of lobby healers. Might be time to get rid of Billy. Where's Billy? I want 3 occultists. Billy's got some ugly ones. Although, perhaps not any uglier than these two. Had some better ones too. 'Cause wasn't there a occultist on this round who had something I wanted? Yeah, quick reflexes. Huh. Would it be a level 0? But that's so good. Just the overall speed buff on the occultist. For their vulnerabilities, getting their bones off early. Alright, Sharktooth. 2 negatives. Billy. Billy has quick reflexes too. What am I saying? Holy shit, Billy. You need to get that locked in. Alright. Okay. I think it's going to be Sharktooth. Bye-bye.
The task ahead is terrible.
Alright.
And weakness
So
cannot be tolerated.
we now have a new character. So we need to give that away. So let's do that. Quick giveaway. For our occultist. Good luck. For our new occultist. Solid gaming the system. That's fine. Welcome back, Solitaire. What is it? 14th. Alright. And we're going to be bringing Solitaire on this. Plus, we're doing a mark run? Yeah, we are. Plus the guy there. Plus, we need a bounty hunter. Bounty hunters are getting a little over leveled for this. Bring Fungi again, and the other guy we're bringing another Houndmaster. Yeah, we're bringing Tomulus again. Okay, so that's who we're bringing. We need to stress treat Tez. Okay, and then we need to get Billy taken care of. Get quick reflexes locked in, and get rid of weak grip on life. That's Billy. And we need to get rid of Fragile and Eilers. Any of these we want to lock in. Move resist, weapon upgrade, scouting chance, steady, deadly. I'm actually really tempted to lock in steady. Alright, let's do that. Okay, any diseases we want to treat? I wouldn't mind getting rid of hysterical blindness. I mean, the accuracy is not that important for a healer, though. And I can treat that with a Plague Doctor for free. Maybe that would be better. Tomulus is on the mission. Okay. Alright. Hey, British Bulldog. Let's go ahead and train up Solitaire's stuff here. So we actually have the skills I want. Which are Demon's Pull, Stabby Stab, and unclick. I want one. Oh, yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, and camping skills. This isn't a camping mission, is it? It is a camping mission, unfortunately. So we do need to get those camping skills. He has 2 of the ones I want. The only one he didn't have is Unspeakable. No, it's not the one! Yeah, I just misclicked. Yes, it is. Oh, never mind. That's okay. That's fine. Alright. Let's get to it. Alright, items. Go ahead and set this up. Arbalist has damage. Don't care about speed on the Arbalist, so take damage. Don't care about dodge, so take accuracy. Cultist needs to heal better, and I care about speed. It's too bad. I like the Cultist wand, dodge wand. Take protection, it's fine. Houndmaster, care about stunning. And I'm fine with a 50% scouting chance. Sounds pretty good. Let's bring that. And the bounty hunter needs accuracy and damage, as well as damage. There we go. It's pretty good. Go ahead and provision. Alright. 3 of these. Some of those, 2 of those. 3 of those. Missing torches. Alright. looks reasonable. Let's do it. It's a little bit late to be picking up more recruits, honestly. Oh. Alright, we gotta scout everything. Big room. Here's the first protective ward. Just the second protective ward. Alright. Well, who knows? Do need to camp.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Well, that was a good first round. But you guys want to know what the map symbols are? We can talk about that in just a second. I'll show you in a moment.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
So, on the map, when you get scouts, this flaming red thing right here means it's just an enemy group in that room. The little spider web is a trap. The green is an interactable item. If you have a kind of a, it looks like a little man standing in a room, it means curio, which is one of the interactable items in a room. If you have a treasure chest in a room, it means there's going to be both a fight. Curio means there's going to be a fight and an item to interact with. Treasure chest means there's going to be an heirloom chest plus a fight in that room. And this gray just means it's empty. Check mark means you've already been in it, and I think that's all the items. Or all the icons. We want to camp right now? Let's do one more room. If you find a trap, you can disarm it. Otherwise, you walk over it and just trigger it. Can I give you skin number 2? Sure. Okay. If you have skin requests, you have to be on the mission. I'm not fishing through the barracks to do it, but if you want your skin changed and you're on the mission, I'm okay doing that. Another fish carcass. Yeah, Fear of Mankind needs to go. But that's the third one. We're done the mission right now. Oh, it's hilarious. Well, we're going to continue adventuring. Make sure we get our money's worth out of the stuff we invested in this mission. And guaranteed fight in this room. And a treasure chest. Let's kill this.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
50 scouting maps overpowered is certainly really good. Scouting's really good in the game. So we resisted disease, I think. Did he resist the disease or did he resist the effect? He resisted the disease. Good. Alright.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Scouting just gives you, I mean, a lot of things matter for the scouting, right? So I like to, I'm using items that, like this item here, Sun Ring, super powerful, but it only triggers if the light's above 75, right? So I don't know if torches burn faster at different levels. Like it would make sense to me that torch would burn faster at the highest level of light, but I don't know if that's true. But a lot of times I'll leave my light around medium until I know I'm walking into an encounter, and then I'll pump it up to full so I get the benefit of my items when I'm doing the attacks, right? Or sometimes, you know, the scouting will let you know about blockages. Blockages show up as well, so you can path around a blockage. Like if you remember the last mission when I needed to get some fights before fighting the Shambler to heal my guys up, so I could go find fights on the map because the scout ping had already gone off and shown me where the fights are. There's a lot of benefits I find to scouting besides just the traps. So it's not just traps, no. Finding the direct room of the boss is really nice too, so you can time your buffs for that.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
He's unprotected. Yeah, you the camping, so you get a certain amount of firewood based on the length of the mission. There's some missions that give you 0, some that give you 1, and some that give you 2. Right now this is a 1 firewood mission, which means I have 1 camp available to me. And the camping skills are really good. They give you a series of buffs or stress relief depending on how you spend them that are quite powerful.
A
So
trifling victory,
we're gonna camp here.
but a victory nonetheless.
Let's do that. And we're gonna eat 8 food for this stress relief so we can take both these items. There we go. And then we have 12 ability points, basically camping points to spend here. So we're gonna set some stuff up here. We're gonna run this is how we do it on you. It's 2. We're gonna run restring crossbow. 3. We're gonna run damage buff on you. Okay. So we're at 5, and I think the 4 I'm gonna use therapy dog on this guy. So let's go ahead and run abandon hope. Oh, it's 5. Okay, therapy dog herself. All right, 26, 27, 26. Let's therapy dog solitaire, and then we'll man's best friend. Okay. So we did a mix of combat buffs. We threw 3 combat buffs down, and then 2 stress heals. Yeah, if you go through terrain you've already been through, the torch doesn't burn down as quickly as it does with new stuff.
Of gold.
Alright, it's annoying. You can pull him to the front. You can only stab from the front, so that's good. You can't cast his stress heal. Then we need to kill this thing before it explodes. She needs an ability that lets her move when she's in the front. I gotta look at any of her abilities have movement effects built into them.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
I do have a key. Yeah, it's just gold, essentially. Okay. We're gonna keep exploring. We've already invested in the items for this run, so we might as well get as much as we can out of this. Yes, you could, Victor. It's one of the strategies is to do that for sure. Although the damage buffs and the camping buffs are so strong for fighting that a lot of times I don't want to waste them on stress if I can avoid it. Depends on what guys I have and how many buffs they have between them. Nice. This is the one that removes the negative quirk. I think we can get Sully's out of here right off the bat before it locks in, because it will probably lock in after the first time. So let's get rid of Fear of Mankind. Okay, I need to use the shit, I won't both of those. Get rid of the holy waters. Alright, we're gonna use the dog treat in this fight just to get rid of it in my inventory. It's taking up loot space. Let's bone this guy. He does have dodge. So he's ought to be able to one-shot with the crossbow now and that. We'll kill that with the Houndmaster. Alright. 10 to 20. Oh, I can 10 to 22. I can low end this. Kill that. This is ridiculous. She has so many buffs on her right now. I guess about 2 of them are accuracy buffs. She is wielding 2 damage buffs, right? No, she has an accuracy ring. I should be thinking about that. I gotta pay a little bit more attention when I'm doing items. That if I'm gonna double accuracy buffer on the mission, I don't need to be running an accuracy item. I can run double damage items instead.
Well struck. Be wary.
Alright, more scouting.
Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzy
Another fight,
fall.
just a second. I don't know if leveling is based on the number of things you kill or if it's just based on the mission you're doing. Like, I don't know if I had left the mission right away if these guys would level as quickly or not. I think it's the same. I think it's just per mission, but it might be something else factoring into it that I don't know about. 9 to 18 sounds good. Sucks. Yeah. I think it depends on the success. Based on what? Like succeeding or not succeeding? Low ended pretty hard there.
Foolish horrors, brought low and driven into the mud.
Alright, another fish. Hoping for medicinal herbs again. Fuck. So often you pick up a fish and you get the same herbs you lost.
The light, the promise of safety.
More scout pings. Blockage item. Trap. Yeah. It's the item. Trap.
Another mariner, another misfortune.
Alright, so I need to pop a torch to get the full bonus off my I'm on solitaire.
Mortality
Bastards.
clarified in a single strike.
did.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Another scout ping, awesome. Okay, so this is just 3 items with 1 fight. This is items plus stuff. We're gonna go this way anyways, interact with the items, see what we get. This is gonna suck a little bit, I think. These guys do a lot of damage. Yes, Blue, this is the first time I've got the Ancestral map, which is pretty awesome.
Remind yourself that
Get rid of
overconfidence
that.
is a slow
That.
and insidious killer.
I need the gold. Move those like that.
The way
Discard
is
that.
lit.
Take
The
that.
path is
Okay.
clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Seriously, he's the guy who did the DD narrator has read Lovecraft books rather. Is it Croft? I don't remember exactly. But it's the Cthulhu stuff. That's pretty awesome. Think the art list is strong? I don't. I think she's gonna be better with the higher level stuff with the marks, but at the moment she is very one-dimensional. She's slow, so she always acts last, and she doesn't get to. If your group gets shuffled, she can't do anything. If there's one guy left, she can't do anything. She just crit twice, but she's buffed out the ass right now. I don't know. I think they're very inflexible. If you set up the ideal conditions, they do good damage. I'll give them that. And not even that great damage. I mean, we looked at... I did some spreadsheet stuff the other day and looked at the actual damage numbers on classes, and they're not actually that high of a damage-dealing class. It's just the buff. I want these crests. How do I get them? Is it worth throwing away 1,000 gold? Yeah, it probably is. Lovecraftian, that's right. Is it craft? Okay, it is craft, not craft, sorry. Alright, there's eating. We have one more food ping. Again, because the next time we have to eat, we're gonna get in trouble. It's probably time to go. Next room, I think, and we'll leave. Call the Deep's damage buff. I think I read one of his things and didn't find it very enjoyable, but the like image of like Cthulhu is such a cultural thing now, right? So, is that a dodge buff at all? No. All right, let's vulnerability hex back here. And let's try to kill that. Nice. It's the bounty hunter buff versus humans. Let's stun this guy. And let's kill this guy. funny. Like, as a kid, I read like all the like golden age of sci-fi stuff, like Heinlein, Asimov, and Arthur C. Clarke, and all these people, right? And like, I can't get my girlfriend loves sci-fi. Like, I got her into sci-fi and fantasy that she didn't read before me, and she's, you know, gone through the going through the Erickson series, has gone through, you know, the Game of Thrones series, has gone through all these other series that I've sent her, like the Gap series. She reads Forever Hero, all these books that I love, right? And but she won't do the older stuff. If you start getting like like 80s, like she just finds the writing style just too sexist, just too gendered. Like, she can't deal with it. Loves Ian M. Banks, but she can't deal with like Asimov, which is hilarious. So I'm reading them. I don't remember reading them and thinking that they were particularly sexist as a kid. But man, I mean, that was a while ago, wasn't it?
Masterfully executed.
Let's mark this guy. Oh, I can't mark right because I can't fucking do anything to the front row. Guess I can heal. Did she deal with Togen? I didn't ask her to read Togen because I don't really like Togen. I didn't like I read Lord of the Rings in like 3rd or 4th grade, and I haven't read it since, and I don't really wish to read it since. Read it again. Stun that, could just heal. Sci-fi and fantasy in general is pretty sexist. Not really. You can, I mean, she loves, who is it? Left Hand of Darkness. Ursula Le Guin, is that right? And then there's a couple of female writers she really likes, but like Ian M. Bank did really great things with gender, right? Like, he has really strong female characters. He does a lot with kind of like how gender and culture interact with technology. That stuff's pretty interesting. I don't know. I feel like you get some really kind of outside the box thinkers in sci-fi and fantasy. Yeah, I found Lord of the Rings boring. Oh, we just get some more food so we can actually continue. I don't care about bus. I would like this item, but I don't think the item is worth what we have. I guess we can get rid of... Oh, I need this shovel to open the clam, though. Fine, I guess we're not taking it. Get rid of torches here, I suppose.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Alright, let's get rid of the last item. Grab that. Cool. Alright, we have enough food now. If we're forced to eat again, we can do it. There's 4 more fights if we want them. 2 X's. These are fights in corridors, and then there's a fight in that room. We'll go through until we're out of inventory space. Alright, if I pull this guy to the front, he can't do shit. Although these guys have an attack that makes them move forward. I guess we're just gonna kill him anyway. Just maybe kill him in the back. Well.
A devastating blow.
I mean, I liked them when I read them in the 4th grade, but they've never survived like any like even casual attempts to reread them. I'm just like, holy shit, this is just not as good as the stuff that's out there now. Do I think like fantasy as a whole owes him like a huge debt in terms of like some of the stuff he did, like the stuff he wrote and like what it's opened up? Yeah, absolutely. But I don't think comparatively they're all that great. I liked Asimov. I read all the Asimov stuff growing up, but alright, I guess we throw some heals here. Or a dodge debuff. Let's throw a heal. And I hated the movies. I think I'm in the minority there. I think a lot of people liked the Lord of the Rings movies, but I really disliked them. I found them extremely long and tedious. You like Blindfire? The problem is Blindfire can hit corpses, which means it's totally useless, because if it was just random among the guys remaining, then you could shoot the guy in the front, even with the damage debuff would be fine, but Blindfire hitting corpses is terrible. Alright, so this guy is guarded, so we'll stun this one in front and guard the one in the back. Harry Potter. I refuse to read that book. That series, I just refuse.
Singular strike.
Girlfriend loves it, but... I found that college for me, Billy, graduate school and undergraduate both killed a lot of my love of reading, and then when I finished college and got out of there again, I picked up reading again, right? It's just when you're reading so much as like a requirement that it was detracted for sure. Yeah, matter. I did go through a phase. I still kind of have that phase, right? Where generally super popular is lowest common denominator, and lowest common denominator tends to be not what I intend to enjoy in the fiction I read. So some of it's definitely snobbery, but some of it's not. Some of it is just that the stuff's pretty bad, or not really my kind of themes, right? I don't really want to read a set of books that are nearly like they're like children's themes to begin with, growing older and getting a little bit more complex. I'd rather just start with adult themes because that's the type of stuff that I'm more interested in. Do we want to kill or stun or heal? No, let's heal. We could probably kill that. 8 to 15. Probably stun here. He's been stunned last round though. Let's remove his protection again. Big 0 heal, nice.
Success so
gold.
clearly in
What's
view.
gold?
Or is it merely a trick of the light?
This item's worth pretty not much. Oh, but dodge stone is not terrible. Let's get rid of the bleed stone. They're the same value. Let's take this. We have one more fight. We can probably, if we take the next 2 fights, we'll probably eat once and then take the 2 fights and then get a little bit more gold out of it. Wheel of Time is great. I read all of the Wheel of Time series up until when Brandon Sanderson started writing for it, and I read one of those, and it started getting a little bit mystical for me, a little bit too like, I don't know. It felt like kind of repeating like Christian mythology essentially, and I'm like, I don't know about that. And then I didn't read his other ones. I would have liked to have seen this series get concluded. Maybe I ought to go back and read it. I just haven't done it yet. I found some of his writing a little bit tedious. There was a book where Matt wasn't in it at all, and Matt being one of my all-time favorite characters in that series. Like the book where Matt wasn't in it, I was reading them as these were being released too. This was growing up again, right? So like each new one would come out, and you'd go like buy it or get it out of the library or whatever, right as it would come out, and like read it as much as you could. And then like Matt not being in it, I'm like, what the fuck? Seriously, a whole book? I'm gonna have to wait years again, and we didn't get Matt in it? Like this seems just ridiculous. Do we have any shitty other items in here? Not really. I should just eat the food and go. I don't know, and like it starts to be like a series that long, you start to run into the problem like you read so much in between that you start forgetting like what the hell is going on in that series. And like for a while, like in the early parts of that series, I was rereading the series before each new one came out. But there's like no way I can do that now. Like it just is not even remotely possible. Like there's like so many words to reread each time. So and I have a love-hate relationship with Martin as far as I'm concerned. I mean, his stuff is so good, but I am so annoyed by how long the Game of Thrones stuff is taking to come out. Sub goal is about Civ Sticky Bun. Like Kingslayer series, I like Patrick Rothfuss too. I have both of his books. I didn't like the second one anywhere near as much as I liked the first one, but I thought the first one was great. Borderline like young adult almost, some of their writing, but that's partially because his characters are growing up. Bast is a really awesome character. I'm really looking forward to seeing how that plot line plays out, but I am a little disappointed with number 2. Hoping number 3 is going to be better. I read the book long before the series, Billy, so maybe the opposite. I've read the Sword of Truth series, Biff Boy. I read those about the same time as the game of Wheel of Time. There's actually a ton of similarities between those two series. Alright. Did I read the side book, Murph, about what's her face from the Undercrypt or whatever it was? Didn't strike me as very interesting. I didn't do it, Murph. No. Ooh, 10% protection on Solitaire. That's a pretty good one for a healer class.